too.
Hey, what's good, my dumpers? It's the voicemail dump truck on this Thursday, January 26th, 2023. Welcome to the dump truck. Welcome to the party, pal, is what I got to say. Ladies and gentlemen, before we kick things off, I just want to say hello, thank you, and welcome to our very special guest of the day, Abby Noel Russell is on the program.
That's me. Thank you so much for having me. I love to dump. And we really are just talking around the elephant in the room, which is Dan Reichert.
Yep, Dan just like
fun
begging
over here
for attention, like a little child boy that he is in the corner.
Hi.
I like it. I respect it. I admire it. I aspire to it.
I'm glad that Dan is able to occupy himself. You know,
there we go.
Is that normal?
I've always been able to entertain myself. I've been good at that. I used to in my childhood, I made a spinny wheel in my basement. I lived in the basement, and I made a big spinny wheel like a game show, and I wrote 24 different NES and Genesis games on it, and I did a 24-hour thing by myself, no streaming, and I would spin it every hour and play whatever game that popped up. 24 hours straight, sitting in a basement playing Genesis
I will say,
games.
Dan, you'd have real like only child energy. Like you have the energy of a guy who like didn't have siblings to make you normaler. You know what I mean?
Right. I have 4 sisters, but I didn't start having sisters until I was 8. So I had like the first 8 years, which was probably pretty critical. It was just me in the basement with a Genesis, you know.
You in basement. I love basement.
Mm-hmm. Basements are good.
Yeah, the basement face, as I used to call it.
We found a dead mouse in the basement today, and then a bunch of water on the ground. So there's basement stuff going on here.
Was it the snakes that happened, or
like who did all
that? No,
that?
the snake's gone. We got the snake out of there, and now the mice are just making their little kingdom down there.
I'm behind on the basement
unrelated.
lore.
Yeah, is that related or unrelated to the water?
I don't know. Does water? I've never seen a mouse down there before, and it
Mice
happened
are
when
water.
the water was there. So maybe they freaked out about the water and came out into the light.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't know.
Do you think? Okay, I have a question. You know how some people keep cats because that way it keeps away rodents.
Yeah.
Do you think if Dan kept his snake, it would have been nice, and he just would have kept the mice away? Like the snake's not going to come up and like curl up into your bed or anything.
Like they would have coexisted.
Yeah. Like, do you think there's a vibe that could happen or no?
If the dogs saw a snake, they would lose their fucking minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a friend in college who lived off campus in what was basically like a demilitarized zone. I mean, it was rough. And yeah, I mean, it was real fucked up. There was animals invading his home, a lot of rats, a lot of weird creatures. And he just got to the point where he was like, I'm only going to be here for a year. I kind of just have to live with these people, with these rodents. And he just sort of like coexisted with all the animals, like an Ace Ventura type.
No.
It was pretty gross.
No good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was real gross. I just wanted to tell a story that happened to me the other day.
Please.
It's been on a story kick lately. I guess it's the only thing that's keeping me sane the last few days. I had to get a bunch of Gatorade for my child because he had an upset tummy. This is before he played hooky from school. Yeah, but I was in like the convenience store, and I'm like, fine, you know, you buy Gatorade because of the electrolytes, right? Like that's right. Supposedly, like that's what the doctors like. Well, yeah, it's sugar, but like you buy it, right? It's gonna help the tummy.
Hangovers, yeah.
That's what his doctor said to do. Said get him some electrolytes, get him some Gatorade. He'll be fine. We're like, all right. I went to the store. And have you ever been to a convenience store where the person behind the register like tried to upsell you on different drinks? Because that's what happened to me. I'm like, here you go, 1 Gatorade, please. He goes, my friend, how would you like more electrolytes?
But was he just being friendly and telling you about a deal that maybe you weren't aware of?
No, he was like trying to sell me on some other Gatorade competitor. And I'm just like, what are you like trying to move different product? Because you have like a crazy, like what is happening right now?
He might be.
I mean, they might be, but I'm like, no, dude, I have to go. you got to let me buy this right now, or I might just take it and leave $1 here and get out of here. Like it was a very strange situation where I was being actively upsold
Maybe
on
you
a
got
soft
commission.
drink.
When I worked at Funkoland, if we
Really?
sold
No.
Game Informer magazines or cleaners for NES, we would get $2 each. So maybe he had a little coming in if he sold that one.
Real?
Yeah.
No way, dude. There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. How could that be?
Worked at a
Happens.
CVS, and I was trying to get people fucking out of my line as quickly as possible.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dude.
don't talk to me, and I won't talk to you, and we'll be good.
Oh my gosh. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Yeah? Hanging in there?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Better.
I should probably
Yeah.
drink more water today, but that's what else.
Drink more water, stay hydrated. Abby, we're going to get into the voicemails in just a second. 707 exit flu. That is our telephone number. That is how you leave a voicemail on the voicemail dump truck. Okay? We're trying to get them under a minute. I'm looking at the list and I see that most of you following the rules, so good for you. Thank you. Trying to keep these under a minute. Is it under a minute or under 30 seconds?
Under a minute preferably. Even better, extra credit points if you keep it under 30.
Extra
That's
credit. Okay? Everyone loves extra credit.
If you send multiple voicemails, though, that are all under 30 seconds, we still total it all up together.
Right.
It's defeating
Exactly. So this is the first show in 2 weeks, as we did not do one last week. Abby is going to get the honors of picking the first one. We're going to go around the room, Abby. It's going to be great.
Okay.
Very excited for you. Abby Russell, please choose the first voicemail.
So this one cuts off. I was originally going to do HBD because it was just my birthday, but I do love, I don't know if I can support you again, ... So I'd like to do that one.
Oh, the rest
Okay.
of it is, I don't know if I can support you again, .mp3.
Got it.
Perfect.
Didn't miss much.
Hey, I used to think Jeff Bacalar was kind of cool and we were a little bit alike. You know, we both drink other half. We both like Against Me. But after what he said about the Flyers this week, man, I don't know if I can ever support you again.
Thank you,
That's
caller.
a hockey?
Hateful.
Is that a
That's-
hockey?
That cuts real deep, actually. What's that? Yes, it's
Is
a
that
hockey.
Okay.
Okay. Damn,
Yeah, the
I picked a bad
Philadelphia
one to start
Flyers.
with.
It's all
Your
right.
favorite topic, Abby.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
on-
the next one be about wrestling? Is that cool?
Yeah, okay, let's do
There's
it.
at least two
Come
of
on,
them
brother,
in
let's
here.
do
I mean, be
Listen.
careful.
I
Did you see Hulk Hogan's tweet yesterday?
Oh my
No.
God. I saw you retweeted it, but a big part of it was like the Yababa or whatever.
Oh, no,
That-
I posted an
Oh.
old clip of when he said the
Okay.
Yaba can of spinach.
Yeah. 'cause
No, he
when
was,
you first wrote it, I was like, did he say my username? I was so ready for it.
no, he was tweeting, help, I ran out of toilet paper.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Should have wrote,
AJ,
use your
much love,
hands,
brother.
you loser.
Yeah.
I think Hulk Hogan blocked me because I
He
He
blocked,
blocked me. He blocked me.
Okay.
Yeah. We're all blocked by Hulk Hogan.
Should we
Okay,
all
great.
tell our blocked Hulk Hogan stories?
You use
I
one
don't
of the
even
ripped
know.
shirts that are clearly on your bathroom floor to just fucking wipe your stupid ass with.
I don't think I've ever tweeted. I talk shit about him all the time, but I don't know why he would know that or block me. I
He
don't tweet
listens
about
to
him.
the pod.
We gotta
Yeah,
sell
yeah.
Hogan a bidet, brother.
Yeah.
So okay, enough about that. I had a voicemail to respond to. Look, I'm sorry. You should. I don't like the Flyers. I like that you like other half beer. That's, to be clear, that's not a Philadelphia beer. And I hope you're aware of that. You're actively importing a Brooklyn-based brewery. So, just saying. But I like that you like hockey. So that's cool. We're cool. Against Me is a great band. We're cool. You and I are cool. Nothing is fucked here. Dan, next voicemail, please.
Oh, let's go with best couch experience. .mp3.
Hey dumpers, it's Frank from the Netherlands calling in, following on the couch question because I realized I forgot to announce my name. So I'll throw in a bonus question as well. What is your best couch experience? Okay, go for it.
Huh.
Oh,
Sorry.
I got one. I was in college, and so it was near an apartment complex in college at KU, and there was a tree right next to the apartment complex. And apparently, some people were moving out, or they wanted to get rid of a couch, and they threw it out of their like third or fourth floor apartment or whatever, off their window or off their deck or whatever, and it got stuck in a tree. So there was a big full-size couch in a tree.
That's
and on
sick.
July 4th, we just shot Roman candles and shit at it until we set it on fire.
It's like the most college fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was where we set it.
gonna. I bought a couch that's really comfortable. It's kind of what I was going to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. Dan somehow finds the story of one getting lit on fire where he's like,
In a tree.
that's my favorite couch story. Abby, tell me about this comfy couch. I love comfy couches.
Okay, so when I moved to LA, I was like, I like to nest. I like to be comfortable. After COVID, I'm like, we're home all the time. I'm getting a good couch. I got an Article couch, not sponsored, but I'd like to be.
What's that mean? Article's the brand?
Article is the brand. They're very like, if you ever watch anything on YouTube between like 2015 and 2020, you probably got some ads for Article. But anyway, they are. I don't know if they have they might be an e-commerce store, whatever, it doesn't matter. I have this beautiful velvet couch. It's a nice blue color. It is so comfortable. I sleep on it sometimes for no real reason, just because it's fun. Sometimes Tater will sleep on there, and I like to say we're having marital issues. It's just really comfy. It's a nice comfy couch. It looks really good. I don't know how to clean velvet though, so if people know how to do that, please let me know.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can.
great. Perfect. I think you steam it is the real answer, but who's got a steamer?
You have to take it to like a dry cleaner?
Dan, you take a
They
couch
have, like,
anywhere.
steamers. They have steamers that are sort of like a vacuum, but it's wet, like a wet
okay.
vac kind of.
Yeah, like it's an iron, right?
No, it's more no.
I don't really. I've tried
An
to use an
iron
iron
is
a couple
like
times, and
steam
it's very
plus
confusing to me.
heat, and I think this is like steam plus like a little more wetness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, back to the throw up. He fucking threw up all over my bedroom floor, and is that's an option? Like it's like a wet vac almost, right?
Yeah,
Abby?
I don't have a steamer. I need one. That's the problem.
Oh, what do we do?
You could get a
Oh,
rug
like how to
doctor.
clean the barf. So wait, do you have a rug? Is this the issue?
Carpet.
Yeah, I
Carson.
think you.
Put the
I
rug
think you
over
would
the
do a wet
carpet.
vac. No, you gotta. Yeah, you gotta wet vac that. Like I
What
think
the hell's
the
a
steamer
rug
is.
doctor?
A rug doctor. It's a wet
I've
vac.
seen those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get them at the
All right.
grocery store.
All right.
Or what probably is really useful is I have pets. Well, I have a cat, as we all know, and he throws up on everything, right? So they have a lot of good pet carpet cleaners that would probably work for a child's throw up, I would imagine.
All right. I guess
These
I'm
are
just
my
gonna
real
buy a
tips for
fucking
you.
rug doctor for God knows how much fucking money.
Ooh,
I'm off the couch lifestyle. I'm all lazy boy now. I bought a
Yeah, but-
lazy boy, and it is excellent.
I love how you have to
Congratulations.
tilt the
What-
camera versus just walking over to it.
Wait, why?
Not
but
just
you
camera.
would
I'm
have
I'm
pets.
holding my monitor in my hands.
Wait,
Wait,
Dan,
will you show us on the other camera so we can see?
Yeah, absolutely. Hang on. Okay,
Okay,
one
great.
second
Dan's
here.
I
changing
love
Really
live
to the other
producer Dan.
camera.
It's my favorite
it's
version
good.
of
We've
Dan.
got
Cool. His
okay.
All
back.
right, so if I wanted to show you, I want to show you
weird
the.
back.
I was going like this.
Yeah, he's fully
Yeah.
lifting his monitor.
Yeah.
Thanks for I don't want to see your back. There you go. Stand up straight.
That's what I'm working on.
Dan, I have a
Holy
question
shit.
though. I'm going
Yes.
back to couches if that's okay.
Please.
Why? Oh God. Why did you get rid of your couch? You would have like guests over, and your dog would like join you on the couch.
There's
and there was a gremlin.
365 days in a year. Hang on, let me switch back over here. 1 second.
Okay, go on. I don't know why the
I'll get back.
calendar has anything to do with this, but go ahead.
Well, there's 365 days in a year. I
I'm
live in
familiar.
bumfuck Connecticut. I don't know anyone, so it's like maybe 12 days a year. I got guests over here. I got Dad
Fuck
or
those-
Hanson or Tim
fuck
or
those
whatever or
people.
Kayla. What? No,
Yeah, they sit on the fucking floor.
look, that's a gamer chair. I got a gamer chair. I got a love sack.
Wait.
I got a bunch of WrestleMania chairs. Our dining room table is just WrestleMania chairs.
Oh
It's
my
what it's the
God.
actual ones I sat in at WrestleMania, and you get to keep the chair
Are
if
they
you get the platinum
comfortable?
package.
They're
Listen,
like
I mean,
folding chairs, right?
I sat there for like 9 hours for WrestleManias, and they're enough for that.
Oh, sounds like a prison sentence. Listen. Okay, listen. You have other. You don't just live in that room, though. Is that the room people hang out in?
I mean, I pretty much live in this.
Okay, fine. That's you. But like when you entertain, and I'm using the largest air quotes I've ever used in my entire life.
You ask
Okay.
Mike Mahardy or Mary Kish or Jake Decker. You ask Tim Turry or Ben Hansen or my dad or Kayla if I'm a good host, entertainer. It's
Yeah,
comfy.
they're like, it was great. I just had to stand for 72 hours.
I've got the finest inflatable beds on Amazon. It's
Wait.
comfy.
Okay.
My question where's the other room that everyone hangs out in? Don't you have like a living room?
I have a den. I have a den with a dartboard and
Are you
a bar
saying den
and
or
an
den?
arcade and an arcade machine and like a Lego table.
People sit on the arcade machine. What happens?
Well, I got Mortal Kombat NBA Jam stools.
Okay, I have another question.
Yes.
We're just going to interrogate Dan about his
sure,
lifestyle
please.
now.
Sure.
But like, don't you ever watch movies like with Bianca and whatnot? So, like,
Living room.
oh, so you have a living room with
There's
the
a couch
Couch
there.
and all that, and the dogs.
Okay.
Man, we sit there and watch
Yeah.
movies. Yeah,
All right,
okay.
whatever.
Yeah,
This is his
that's fine.
quote
It's
unquote
a great
man
house.
cave.
The house is fantastic.
No,
Great.
you made it sound like you didn't have a couch anywhere else. Is what
Yeah.
which I didn't
Like
believe.
with
Yeah.
WrestleMania
We got a
chairs
couch.
and
That's the
okay.
dining
stools.
room.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Plenty of places to sit.
Dan
Jan?
lives in a mansion.
He does. A danshin.
A
Do you
dancing,
have
yes.
any couch stories you'd like to share, Jan?
For a party at the coffee shop house, one time I borrowed a crash test dummy from a different job, and I set it up over there, and then
Cool.
it looked like someone was about to get intimate with it, and
Ooh.
I had
There's
to
a lot of couch fuckers.
I had to stop them and say, I need to bring this back to my other job. Please don't mess it up too much. And then that weekend, I had to clean alcohol off of a crash test dummy.
This
Nice.
is not
That'd
the
have been worse what you were cleaning off of it, I gotta say, with that story.
Yeah. They were protection. This is not the first time the subject of furniture fornication has been brought up on the voicemail dump truck, Abby.
Wow.
What?
We had somebody call in.
Is it people fornicating on furniture?
No.
Relatively normal, or they are fornicating with furniture?
No, actually
Oh.
fucking the chair, fucking the couch, fucking the bed, fucking the lazy boy. That.
It seems
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
to clean. Like
Well-
again with the steamer and everything.
So someone used to call and be like, I like something about fucking a couch, right? Remember that person?
Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
Something
I-
about that. I feel like that's that's the basement couch gets like the real roughest deal out of all the couches one could have. Basement couch is probably the couch that like something
That's the
horrific
nasty
happened.
couch.
Yeah, that's the one that
Yeah.
we give to the kids and let them deal
Oh,
with
yeah.
the demons in that one. You know,
I will say I've worked at a lot of like comedy theaters and just sort of theaters with live stuff in green rooms. A
Oh.
green room couch, that's a nasty couch.
that's a nasty.
That's a
ass
nasty couch.
couch. Cigarette burns and all the.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Church
Wet
couches
spots,
also
things.
nasty.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe it.
I feel like I have a bit of a controversial take on couches in general. So, I guess Dan, you've sat on my living room couch before,
Mhm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Is
It's
it
very
comfortable?
soft.
Yeah,
It's very soft, right? And I think it's too soft. I'll go as far to say as I dislike it for its softness. It's too soft.
hard to
I
get
will
out
watch.
of.
Well, no, it's not like I can't leave it. It's my wife falls asleep too much on it, and we cannot
Ooh,
watch
comfortable.
programs because she's sleeping. Okay, we'll turn on an episode of like Fleischman is in Trouble, and then 25 minutes in, she's just like, "Huh, what just happened?"
Is it the
Guess-
couch though, or is that just how she is? Because I feel like that's just how some people are.
Yeah.
That's all. That's a good question. I think it's the couch because I just. It might be her. I'm trying to think of the hobo.
Maybe you just provide cozy vibes. Maybe that's what it is.
It's a cozy room.
No.
And it's
I've been in the same room as Jeff Baclar. It's not cozy. It's you're just constantly just like your shoulders are up and you're tense. Yeah, it's a bad
Yeah.
time.
You would tell me if that was for real, right? Like you wouldn't just say that. as a joke,
Yeah, I
right?
wouldn't just say it facetiously on a podcast.
All right,
It was a joke. It was just a joke, Jeff.
As we're all close friends here, I just feel like I would really appreciate you telling me that in private.
just
If that were true.
look at everyone's shoulders when you're around them, and look at their shoulders when you're not in the room, and you'll notice they get raised a bit when you're around.
I just see a lot of avoiding.
It's like if you were
contact.
in a living room and there was like a raccoon running around on the floor. Like you're not in immediate danger, but you're kind of you're ready to go. You know, you're ready to move.
I'll be real with you, Dan. If there was a raccoon in a living room, I'd be more than just put my shoulders up a little bit. I don't know
Yeah,
about you.
really?
I might leave
Okay,
the living room.
a squirrel.
Ooh, okay, sure.
All right.
even a squirrel.
I
That
don't
dude.
know.
It's not like he's not a grizzly bear. He's not going to kill you. But
For
it's just
sure,
like, whoa,
but
keep an eye on him. You know.
Have you ever had like a squirrel trapped in a house before? It's not relaxing. Everyone
I
is
have.
stressed,
I have
including
had-
the squirrel.
I have been in a house with squirrels. Yeah.
I get it, Dan. Point taken. You fucking
Squirrels?
hate me.
Yeah.
Squirrels,
Okay.
plural.
Because I've said my grandpa hated squirrels because they ate his bird feed. So he would put out these squirrel cages and catch a bunch of squirrels. He'd bring them in the house, bring them into his like shed, spray paint them silver. And then he would drive them to the Home Depot parking lot and let them go. And that way he knew if he saw a silver squirrel that they came back. And then I guess he gets real serious. But one time a silver squirrel ran into Home Depot and he was like, well, he just left.
I'm just not prepared for the level of like hillbilly bullshit stories that come out of your fucking mouth, dude.
Oh, I have a squirrel story. Can I share my squirrel story too? It's not related to a couch.
Yes, please. Please.
You know, at the show I used to work on where I borrowed the crash test dummy, we would go to a gun range, owner of the gun range, very, very old dude. His name was Frank. I'm not going to say his last name. Had a very thick Yosemite Sam mustache. And then I was a PA at the time. The guy take lunch orders. I'm like, yo, Frank, you want anything? And then he just like, he was a very whistly talker. So he was just like this, his front teeth. And he was like, son, I don't need lunch today. I see some squirrels in the dirt hills. Just going to go shoot one of those and grill them. And I was like, that's funny, Frank. And it was like,
I need squirrel.
And I was like, no joking here, friend. And then, lunchtime rolls around. I smell a barbecue pit. Lo and behold, here's this owner of this gun range and this expert grilling up 2 squirrels that he just shot.
It's probably good.
I would eat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think if I've ever eaten a rodent before.
All animals taste good, I think.
I don't think I would agree with that, but that's okay. I've eaten whale. I didn't know it was bad before I ate it. Don't come for me. And that was gross. I would not recommend whale.
Okay.
Sort of moral issues aside.
Good to know. Good to know.
I've gone in the last week from an almost 100% vegetarian diet to almost 100% meat.
You know, there's an in between that you can do, right?
Yeah. Well, no, here it's a quandary that I have here because I was on this food delivery thing that was all a vegan plan, and so I was eating pretty much all vegan except for I'd get fast food once a week. And now, because of things out of my control, I have to eat nothing but meat because my dad sends me hundreds of dollars of KC Joe's barbecue for Christmas. That's his gift to me every year for Christmas. So I have a shit ton of burnt ends and pulled pork from KC Joe's in the freezer.
Yeah,
and now I got a sponsorship on another podcast with a meat company, and they sent a giant fucking box of racks of rib and chicken and pork and all this stuff. And so the entire freezer is filled with meat. And so I need to work through it. So, Bonk can fit green beans and stuff in there. And so I'm just eating meat for the next month.
That is a real country house thing. Is you got 4 different garages. You got the one in the main house. You got one in the garages that has sodas, and then you have the one that you open up from the top that's just full of meat.
I've been trying to sell Bonk on the garage fridge for a while.
Yeah,
we just got a Costco
one.
membership, and we went to Costco, and I was like, "Yep, garage fridge." And
you have to get that.
Yeah, I love a garage fridge.
Help me convince Bianca that
and then
we need to get
winter, you're "Ooh, I'm running out to the fridge." Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
And Dan's a little sleepy time shirt.
Yeah.
I go through 900 sodas a day, so that could just be my my soda and meat fridge.
Dude, 100%. I mean, I know it sounds like we're just, scoffing at a luxury, but we just got a new basement fridge. It's a game changer. Get yourself a garage or a basement fridge. I mean, I think we paid $400 for ours. Something stupid, Do it up.
I want to.
Get a bunch of mini fridges instead.
I got
stack
in every room.
I got that one. Yeah.
Nice. All right, this was couches, right? We started this with couches.
Oh, right,
I don't know how we did this. Anyway, thank you, caller. I guess you put us here. This is your fault. Jan, the next voicemail is your fault.
Parents.
I was just wondering, why is Dan Reichert always talking about his parents and the rest of y'all never talk about your parents? Is it a privacy issue? I don't know. I think it might be something like that. I just want to hear more about the rest of y'all's parents. Bye-bye.
I think it's because my dad is a fucking cartoon character, right? That's probably why.
Cartoon character was in my response in my head just now.
Yeah, that's why I talked.
That also sounded like him.
Calling into a thing would have been a whole to do.
Paul wants to start a podcast with all the other parents. That's what he wants to do.
Oh yeah, he wants anything where he has to do things and is responsible. That's his favorite thing to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I used to talk about more specifically my dad for a while because he's such a goober. But I mean, once you are trying to share a podcast with someone whose dad is Paul Reichert, you're just like, I guess I yield the rest of my time now. I can't really throw my hat in the ring there because nothing I do or say about him will like come close. So
I see everyone in the chat that they are wondering if it's my dad. Can you just play the first like 10 seconds again?
Sure.
I was just wondering, why is Dan
No,
Reichert
that's not him.
No,
always
that's
talking
not
about-
Paul.
Are you sure?
That's not him.
That's not
Yes,
Paul.
I know what my dad sounds like. Yes.
I
Yeah,
know
he
what his
doesn't know
dad
how to use
sounds
the
like.
phone. That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
I also feel like, yeah, your dad, Dan, I think enjoys the spotlight a little bit, but I don't, my parents aren't podcast people in the
Yeah.
same way.
I think it's just my dad because I don't talk about my mom as much. She's just kind of like a functioning adult,
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, she's just a
Whereas-
nice lady, Like,
Mine is was very, very good at basketball. And one time when he was picking me up from school, decided to come in from out of nowhere as me and the rest of the kids were playing hoops and decided to dunk on all the other children. And that was fun.
That is fun. We're
He
just
would,
bragging about our parents now.
He would buy like all the old and one tapes and then watch those. And then he could do all of the basketball tricks at the time. It's pretty sick.
And one.
Street ball.
Cool. Nice. Hip.
Yes, very.
Someone in chat was like, "Oh, I used to talk about my dad all the time on 404 back in the day," and that was true. I used to talk about him all the time. I didn't forget, and then, like I said, I met Paul Reichert, and I was like, "Oh, my dad might as well not exist anymore."
not how that works.
No, yeah, his name is Lou. We call him Sweet Lou, and he is someone who I bet you would love the attention for sure.
Like family gatherings, is he the one telling stories and cracking wines at the table?
Yeah, like I think he's sort of constantly evolving into like he's recently retired. He's
Max Lou.
Yeah, he's Max Lou now, exactly. No, but yeah, for sure. He's an interesting guy. He's basically like a bizarro Danny DeVito kind of character.
Oh, fun.
Similar like
Is he
height.
like really tall? Oh no.
I was gonna
No,
say.
similar height. Like my dad's maybe like 3 inches taller than Danny DeVito. Like
Oh,
Wow.
yeah, just
that's
like
fun.
little Louie, running
Is that
around.
his name? Is
Everyone's slapping him. What's that?
that his name, Louis?
Louie, yeah.
That's good. That's a good
Yeah.
dad name. It is
Really
a real
good.
like Bizarro Danny name too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and what's funny is in Taxi, Danny DeVito played a character named Louie.
Oh, weird. Yeah.
I know it was based on my dad, and my dad used to work in the taxi business. But that's neither here nor there because the next voicemail is coming out of my face, and I guess I'll be selfish and we'll do "You're a Bacalar."
Hey, this is Johnny from Houston. Okay. So I call my son a nerd. I call him a dork. I call him all this different stuff. The other night, you're not going to believe this. This is a true story. I called him a dork or something like that. We were playing baseball in the house. That's what we do. And he comes back and goes, "You're a bacalar." And clearly I've been listening to the Bombcast and the dump truck too often and within earshot of him. So, in your best estimation, what's a bacalar? Like if you're using it like in that context.
Oh, we get it.
If I
It's like
Thank
a
you,
squirrel in a
caller.
living room.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I was gonna say I don't think there are 3 more qualified people in the room to answer that question. Yeah, I would love to hear it.
What's
What does
a
it-
bacalar?
Hats.
Sure.
Hmm.
Yep.
You can't
yep.
just be a hat though. That doesn't make sense.
But that's like a part of, if I had a cork board and I had to like just put up a bunch of things that represented you, a hat would be one. The
I
first
feel
one,
like
and a hockey
to
stick.
be a bacalar is to be, Jeff, I mean this with love, like curmudgeonly despite not being that old. You know what I mean?
Very
Like,
curmudgeonly.
what happened
yes.
to you to be?
Meh, this sucks. Meh. Like A lot of that.
I like a lot of stuff. What do you mean?
We don't hear about it.
I think you
I've
do.
never heard you enjoy a video game.
Oh, that's fucked up.
What's a game that brought you a lot of joy in the last month?
I think
Dead Space.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then talk about it.
on the podcast. We'll talk about it on the podcast.
Getting shy. Oh no, he can't do it.
Okay.
He's crying. He's crying.
It sucks.
Wait, what? That's your me? That's your best me?
That's my you, yes.
You've been working on it for 10 years? That's all you got?
Hang on.
Oh, no.
It sucks.
Jeff, how'd you do that? Oh, it was Dan.
Bro,
That was me, yeah.
Damn. What impressions? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Abby. And then, I don't know, I guess, Jan, you want
Trying
to
to
take
guess
take a stab at...
I was gonna say like black t-shirts and a hat. So Dan got it there, and then sometimes the occasional like giggle to yourself where you like hunch in your shoulders. That's always fun.
Aw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan came up with a
fancy
nice
beer.
answer.
A lot of fancy beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He almost peed his pants once.
Really?
Yeah,
think
I was
a
on
little-
a bus with him and he almost peed his pants.
I think
When
a
was
little came,
this?
And he had
I
to
think
pee
a
on the
little
side
came
of his house.
Yeah, a little came out. A little bit.
Yeah.
Why'd you pee your pants, Jeff?
He told this story, but he, I just had to pee because it was like a birthday party, for me, and I had to pee real bad, and Dan, we were taking a bus back from Brooklyn to my house, and Dan found out I had to pee, and was just sort of like poking me in the belly for 20 minutes. I thought it was funny.
Dan. Go to jail.
It was really funny. Everyone was laughing but you.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder how the
ooh.
tables got turned like that.
Sometimes Jeff Backlar, and I also mean this with love, sometimes you speak or how you're telling a story, it's like you're falling down a hole, but you're remaining at the same volume.
Jeff,
Does he
have we
trail
given you enough
off?
complexes today?
I know, like I need to like renew my fucking therapy. Listen, so what I don't understand is you guys had the chance. Okay, I appreciate you saying what you said, but you had the chance.
He's got
to,
a
like,
robot car.
Sure.
Okay, you had a
Have you
chance.
seen his robot car?
I have. I do want to hear what he's going to say, though. We had the chance to do what, Jeff?
So this person calls in
And he
it's
does
like, and this person calls in and they were like, "What does it mean to be called that?" And then you guys just were like, "No, here's why he's bad."
For it.
You're
I
like,
said
you did,
you're
you
a
did.
curmudgeon.
You did,
Old
yeah.
for years. Also, if we want to turn this around on somebody else, don't call your kid names. That's my hot take. Be nice to your kid.
I call my kid names, but like it's endearing and like he laughs and we have a fun time with it. I call him. I'm like, "Don't be like Dan," and he's like, "Oh, I won't, Dad. Don't worry,
Abby,
worry, Dad.
I'll
I'll make you
call your
proud."
dogs names because I call my dogs idiots.
Fine, they don't know it. They don't know anything.
Yeah, I think that's better. They don't
Okay,
speak
and they
English
are
and they are
idiots.
pretty stupid. I mean, I call Tater all the time. It's like, I'll be like, people will be over and they'll say something and I'll be like, "Oh, he can't understand you. He's pretty stupid." Or like, he
Yeah.
can't read. But I think it depends on the tone. I think that's also the fun of a pet.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
It's
Verbal
usually like
punching
Gizmo will
bag.
see a reflection of himself in the window and start barking at himself, and I'll be like, "That's you, idiot." That's kind
Sure.
of thing. Hey, dum dum, that's you,
Yeah.
dipshit. That's not another dog.
Yeah, it's fun to treat them like that and they don't know they're being like
No.
chastised.
No, I
They-
oh
You're a
my
little
god.
dummy.
Jeez.
Yeah, so you could, as long as the
Oh
like
my god.
That's
This
a
dog
microphone.
Jan is with his dog. Yeah. Talk to him. Say mean things but in a loving tone.
You're so dumb. But I love you. You smell like Fritos all the time.
That's
His
awesome.
little legs are so
Fritos?
short.
why
Yeah.
Fritos?
I don't know why she smells like Fritos, but she constantly
I love
does.
It could just be like her natural like.
That's a lot of
scent.
dogs have the Frito smell.
Really?
Delicious.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like a thing.
Okay.
Oh, no, well, now she just lives here.
Well, I guess.
Get a job.
I guess thank you, caller, is what we'll tie the bow on with. Yeah, I just want to know why your kid said that. Like, can you ask your kid and be like, "Why did you call me that?" Because I want to know if I'm mad at your kid or not.
You really accused Dylan of being like me?
No, he said he's like, "I know, Dad. There's certain things you don't want me to do. You don't want me listening to country music. You don't want me to be like Dan Riker."
The boy listen to what he wants to listen to.
Some
You put on some
classic
Merle Haggard and you would
Willie,
go and throw the
Dolly.
cassette tape out of the boombox.
I went to
Oh
one
my
Luke
God,
Bryan
Jeff.
concert. I had fun.
Yeah.
I can't.
You guys
Dust
are
Star.
such
Good
marks.
country out there.
You guys
Reba?
are just marks,
The
right?
chicks. Come on.
No,
Let's introduce him to the good stuff.
no. Clearly, he should not be listening to country music. But I never say that to
What
him.
about that
I've never
song?
said that.
Have y'all heard that song about getting drunk on a plane?
No.
It's good.
There's a lot of songs.
That sounds like
My
a
friend Justin always does it for karaoke. It's really
Nice.
good.
I mean, like, there's gems in the rough for sure with country.
That
But
one
like,
song from Cars, "Life Is a Highway."
Yeah.
That's a banger.
is
all
that a
night
country
long.
song though?
Sure.
Old country,
I don't think
Waylon, Willie, Merle, like that's the good shit. Towns Van Zandt, like there's good country.
Sure,
for
sure.
Modern
But like every
country-
time modern country comes on, I literally laugh out loud at it because I'm just like, how is this pleasing to anybody?
you would not
with a
survive
brain?
Kansas. You can't go to a single
Yeah,
bar.
I got no
or be in
plans
my
to go
mom's
there, bro.
car, and,
No
yeah,
plan.
it's a
No
lot.
plan.
Yeah.
We'll fly over it, whatever we got to do, drive through it. Ain't hanging out there. That just seems needlessly mean. All right. We will go to the chat. It's the chat's turn. Guess what?
Ooh.
I'm just announcing it. You're telling me what the next one is going to be, and Popple Tree was the first to respond with "Should I eat it?" .mp3.
Nice.
Hey, Giant Bomb. So I was just going through my fridge and I found some bacon that's at least a month old. Should I
In
eat
the
it?
fridge. In the fridge,
Thanks.
right?
My
That's what it's
question
supposed to be.
is,
Yeah,
how
but no,
gray is the bacon?
Yeah,
You know?
bacon.
That's
I mean,
the thing.
it is the most processed food
Yeah.
that you could buy. I mean, it's probably okay, but
Does it go bad in the
also
fridge.
It also
yeah.
depends on if you've is it like
Man.
opened for a month or is it sealed for a
Oh,
month?
I
Because
didn't
sealed for a
even-
month,
yeah.
you're good.
Yes.
Opened and is
I
like
assumed
dry
open.
and gray. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
riskier.
Popple Tree's right with the voicemail, right with the advice. Smell it, you'll know right away.
Smell it before you cook. I guess it's good if you smell the bacon. It will be bad. So I guess I've never had bacon stink, but maybe I don't let it get nasty.
It's I mean, I've had meat, in the fridge where like, hey, this seems dicey. You take a good long whiff of it, and your nose will tell you.
The nose knows.
Knows. I mean, especially for chicken. Chicken, it's a dead giveaway.
Oh, I don't like cooking chicken at home. You gotta have like 2 cutting boards. You can do it wrong and like make yourself real sick. It freaks me out. I don't cook chicken.
Oh, Abby, I don't want you to be scared of cooking chicken.
Too late.
It's not bad. What's the difference between cooking meat and cooking chicken?
Wow.
I really only make bacon at home,
I
or
mean-
occasionally like ground beef. But even that, I'll usually use vegan because it tastes kind of the same.
Jan, what were you getting at? It was like, different temperatures, of course, and like you do the methodology.
you
is
get your
different. Sure.
salmonellas from chicken
Sure,
and
Yes.
stuff.
Like raw
like
meat's not
washing
good
it.
either. You could fucking get sick from raw beef.
I don't know.
eat a
People
beef
eat
tartare?
ground beef. Yeah, just straight up.
I don't know how to make meat, and I have all that in the freezer, and so I do have an air fryer, and I know how to use
Mhm.
that. So,
It'll
like,
cook
can
it.
an air fryer make a
Imagine.
Yeah.
chicken not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just dump
Yeah.
a bunch of raw chicken in an air fryer and see what
Really?
happens.
I would not do
Wait,
that.
really? Or
No. Well,
Not a
no,
bunch.
You have to. Yeah, not a bunch, and you also have to like, you gotta put a little bit of oil or something on it. If you
Flavor.
cook it, it'll just dry it out so insanely
you don't
crazy.
do that after the fact. You have to do that in the air
You
fryer.
do it before.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta-
what you're cooking it with.
Yeah, some meats you have to do it way before to really marinate. Let it soak in.
That's the only
Yeah,
cooking thing I know how to
Dan.
use in the house is the air
because
fryer.
it's
So
I get
That's all
it,
you
but
need to use.
that's
I
fine.
feel like
Yeah.
this might come off as really condescending, but I'm being sincere. Something I found really helpful, Dan, is if it's like, this is a food I want to make, I Google it and I find a recipe and I just follow that exactly. And you learn a lot that way.
But the thing is, I just don't know like basic braised or boiled, or I don't know like what goes into. I don't know how to use the
Directions
stove.
will
I
tell
don't
you what to
know-
do.
Yeah, I will
What?
say if you Google a recipe, it will probably say. And if there's something you don't understand, you then Google that.
Popping
Yeah.
off Abby's tip, just Google chicken air fryer recipes,
Mhm.
and then you'll
Oh,
just be
yeah.
locked in.
That's
Yes,
it.
that is good. Yeah, if you have like
Smart.
a crock pot, that's another good way to do
I do
it.
have a crock pot.
Yeah, Google like crock pot, how many quarts your crock pot is, this
gonna-
recipe for the food you want to make, and then they will tell you how to do it. And it probably won't even have a lot of braising or anything. It's gonna be like slap it on a crock pot and crank it up.
And
Okay.
look, your town has a fire department, right?
Yeah, probably.
So
Yeah.
what are you that worried about?
Yeah.
I'm telling
Well,
you,
I'm
it'll
always. Yeah.
open your horizon. You'll have so many delicious meals.
I'm
You can
sure it's
make
gonna be
a
really
whole
good.
meal with
It
an
always
air
just
fryer.
scares me. Yeah. It scares me because I know like what Abby was saying about like you do the chicken wrong and you're dead.
Yeah, but
It's deadly
I get it.
poison instead of
Cooking's
delicious
scary.
chicken.
It's
First of all,
fire.
everyone should have a meat thermometer because that is just like the
Let's not
easiest
go too
thing.
Crazy, Jennifer.
Well,
Step 1, Google. Step 5, meat
Yeah,
thermometer.
but you can't Google how hot's this chicken. Okay, you gotta like I think chicken's like 165 or whatever it is. Like, dude, as long as the meat is cooked, you put in the thermometer. You know what you're doing. That has made me fool an entire summer's worth of people into I'm some sort of master griller. Okay, where I'll cook like a fillet on the barbecue and it comes out like perfectly medium rare. And everyone's like, how did you do this? How did you do this? I stuck a freaking silver rod in it and it told me when it was done, dummy.
Dan, you might actually be able to ask Google how hot your chicken is if you get a Bluetooth meat thermometer.
Yes,
that's a
dope.
backlar. That's a backlar.
No, dude, my buddy Red has.
But then you can like look at your phone and see the internal temp.
Yeah, that's up your alley. That's
Man,
your kind of shit.
I don't know. So when I bought the house, the previous owners left this nice grill on the back porch, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna learn how to grill. And I went back. I bought like the hamburger and buns and cheese and everything. I'm like, let's do it. I'm gonna make some food here.
Oh, I wish.
And I
this
go
was
out
recorded.
there, and then I looked, and it had like a propane tank attached to it, and these knobs, and it looked really scary. And so I just went to Facebook Marketplace and I said, "This is free. Just come take it off my deck." And somebody came and took it.
Oh,
And then they didn't take the
That's
propane
so
tank though. I had to
stupid.
like take it to a Home Depot and
so
drop it off
dumb.
or something.
Why would you at least try to sell it?
Yeah,
I
number
just wanted
one.
it out of here. A lot of times I
And-
just like listen, like I get it out of here.
Anytime
You know what?
you
That's
have a problem,
anti-consumerism. I love that, Dan. Man of the people.
you just threw away like
I am
3K.
very
number
anti-consumer.
one.
That's been my flag I've
That's
flown.
something we know you for that.
hate
You
brands.
hate brands.
Yeah.
You hate
Yeah.
stuff. Free stuff, especially. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
be the
I
perfect
give away
time to
the
use
free
the back
stuff.
cam.
Yes. Yes.
You probably threw away $1,000 right there.
But I
and
got
I know
it out of
that
there
I know that means something to you. And also, whenever you make these decisions, I feel like you always poll your buddies. You're like, "Hey, Baglar, what's this pipe do?" Or whatever,
I've sent a lot of pictures to Vinny and been like, what the fuck is this?
You send a
Does he
picture
respond sincerely? How does he respond when you send
Oh,
those
Vinny's
typically?
extremely helpful. Not in Backlar's not.
I love Vinny.
Vinny is.
I've helped you with stuff.
What's the thing you helped me the most with?
Well, I mean, I don't know why I somehow betrayed your trust. Wait, what is the thing I've helped you out the most with?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Nothing comes to mind. Also,
Wait, what is it? Now I want to know. Oh, I see.
Yes.
I get it. Everyone's gesturing to everything.
Yes.
Not everything, but yeah.
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 if you sent me a picture of your grill and was just like, "What's this all about?" I probably would have tried
But
to help
there's
you out
nothing
there.
you could say, even if you told me exactly what to do, I wouldn't trust something. I wouldn't trust any text enough when explosives are involved. I just bought this house. I don't want to blow it up, and I can go buy a burger if I need one. You know?
The thing is,
okay.
Dan wanted to give up.
The what?
Dan wanted to give up.
No, because that's such a Paul Reichert move. Is like the second something confuses you, it's like, well, I just don't use that toilet anymore. Like I spent my whole life trying not to become him, and like I guess that is a real Paul Reichert move.
That is
be like, get it out of here. I don't want to.
What a breakthrough! What a breakthrough moment, Abby.
We all just shared a moment.
You just showed him the mirror. You're just like, guess what?
That is-
And in that
Yeah,
mirror,
it was
you
the
just
thing
saw-
I said, thinking people would laugh, and then it was just like, oh, let's just reflect on this for a second.
It's so true. I mean, dude, like, okay. See, here's the thing, right? You see the propane tank, you see the barbecue. This is scary. I get it. Gas is
Yeah, me
scary.
too.
It's
It's
highly flammable. It's explosive. It goes boom. That's bad, right? But like, next time, you just like take a step back. It's been there the whole time, not blowing up, right?
Yeah.
Like, maybe.
But I don't want
maybe.
a bunch of explosive tanks on my fucking deck like it's a bad guy Just
Dude,
Cause
don't you have,
fortress.
Play
don't you
too
have
many
an
video
oil tank?
games.
Don't you have an oil tank in your basement?
I've played
dude?
every Just Cause game. All right, I don't need that shit on my deck.
It's not
You
red
have
though.
it in your basement. There's an oil tank in your basement.
Oh, it's directly below my feet right now, and it's giant. It's a huge oil tank.
But do you have, like,
are those
oil
explosive?
heating?
Wait, are oil tanks explosive?
No, oil's never caught on fire, dude.
It's
Don't
literally
worry.
4 feet below my feet right now.
I hate
guys.
oil
over a
heating
giant
so
explosive.
much.
Are you kidding
Dude,
me?
you guys. And yes, SD Wild is correct. Propane tanks they don't like you're just so brain broken because all you've seen is like red barrels your entire life. You're like, oh, I
What if
just
a bird
sneezed
ran
in the
into it and
direction.
it's got a sharp beak and it pierces it?
Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen.
It's not gonna, if it
Nothing
had a
will
really
happen.
sharp beak and it punctured the
That's the
outside,
thing
it
that will
wouldn't blow
likely
the house
happen.
up.
That's
Next,
fair.
next
Fair.
time, if we all get together in the Bay Area, I know a place where we can just experiment and just do this.
Okay.
Yeah, unless
Teach
that
me.
bird's beak is literally fire and it's coming in at 500 miles an hour, that propane tank is fine, dude.
Birds run into my windows sometimes, and it
Yeah, they
seems like
run
they're going
into
pretty
mine.
fast.
Yeah, no, they're real soft. They're real soft. Let me tell you.
Not the beaks.
Yeah,
What,
do they
what,
break the
there's
glass?
woodpeckers. There's woodpeckers around here. What if a woodpecker was like, "Oh, that's a tree," and then blows up my house?
Oh man, what a MythBusters episode left on the table.
good.
we convinced this woodpecker to peck away at a propane tank. Because
Somehow,
Dan Reichert is the dumbest bitch on the planet.
we got both those men out of retirement. Back for one special episode.
The mystery that
coming
will
back.
never be solved.
Abby, I'm so glad you're here for this. This really just
Me
brings me
too.
back. 28th
Yes.
Street. This is just the 28th Street. My gosh.
Top
All
one
right.
now.
I err on the side of caution in all things, and that's why stupid things don't happen to me. So
I get it. Well,
yeah.
okay. There's a lot to unpack on that one. But I get it. Propane is, flammable stuff scary. But
Yeah.
I
get
bet
on
you
the
could have
side of
gotten through
caution.
it, Dan. I believe in you.
Again, I can press some buttons on my phone, and a dude can show up with a whole bag of hamburgers.
That's
You-
so true.
But look, there's one thing I will say about you is that you, without a doubt, err on the side of caution.
I do.
Best exemplified with your taser alarm clock.
What's the worst case scenario?
Death.
What if you were
No.
covered in oil, Dan?
Death. You could have
Well,
killed
I wouldn't
yourself.
do that because I err on the side of caution. I'm just trying to
Okay.
wake up. I'm not trying to be dangerous.
Okay. No one's ever died from being tased, so that's good. All right. Let's.
We have to get Dan to cook something one time.
I would love to. I would love to do a cooking show thing.
What I do, there's I've been thinking about something that we'll talk about next week, I guess, but it involves you coming here, but we'll figure it out.
fun.
I can Uber it. Yeah.
No, you drive now, buddy. I heard you drive now.
I got to Uber to the fucking airport at like 7 tomorrow morning. It's a 2-hour Uber. It sucks.
Yep, you're gonna ruin 2 people's lives on this trip. Wonderful. All right, Abby, we're back around to you. Please
Okay,
choose
easy.
the next one.
Soup.
Hey, dumpers. It's Colin from Bel Air, Maryland. Bouncing back from a rough run-in with COVID. One simple question for you guys. What's your favorite soup? Love you all. Bye.
I love this question.
I'm tied for 2. If anyone wants to go first.
I know a lot of people don't like it, but I like Joel McHale's version of the soup.
Yeah, here's the best one.
I agree. That's the one I grew up with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abby. You and I, same demographic. There we go.
Yeah. You don't have the talk beforehand, so it's just really simple, just soup.
Who else did it? What was
Kinnear,
Henson?
Greg Kinnear,
And then Henson, right?
John Henson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they have another one after McHale? Or am I imagining that?
Probably.
Hmm.
The McHale one was fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
Chicks,
good
man.
show.
I loved that.
Yeah. I think I've only
Chicks,
tried
man.
2 soups.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
No, that's not possible.
No, I think
possible.
tomato soup, which I didn't try until college, like late into college. and
That
it's
was grilled
good.
cheese. That's where it's at.
Because I don't like tomato. I don't like tomatoes. Yeah, tomato soup and grilled cheese is amazing.
Yeah.
And I've had chicken noodle soup like when I was a kid, when I was sick. But I think that's the only times I've had soup.
Okay, we're idiots that we let him go first. Jan, Abby.
I mean,
I'm
Jan, do you want to go
stunlocked.
for a sec? Okay, I can
ladies
keep going.
first.
I mean, I could talk about soup forever. I don't really think of myself as a big soup person, but as I'm going down the list, I fucking love soup. Number 1, a nice bowl, a hot, thick, delicious ramen, probably. And when it's rich.
if ramen is soup, then yeah.
Yeah, ramen soup.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, ramen's awesome.
So ramen's up there. I make, if I'm making soup at home, I make a really good tomato soup. Just Google the recipe, Dan. That's all I did, and it worked out. And what is amazing about it is I just put it in my Vitamix, my blender, and then it heats it in the Vitamix, just grinds everything up, and the friction, it makes it hot
nice.
soup. I don't even have to cook anything. It's amazing.
Great.
I'm okay on a chicken noodle, but I feel like it's never that good. I do love a miso. You get to drink it out of the cup.
Yeah,
It's
that's good.
satisfying
that.
with the tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you've had a lot more soup.
It's great.
Yeah.
So
We're up to
you've had
4
4.
soups.
I
Yeah.
love
Here's the thing.
chowder.
I need to ask a
Yeah.
question about ramen because I feel like when I think
Okay.
soup, I think liquid, and I feel like there's too much matter in like a ramen soup. Like
I
the
will-
noodles, it's a noodle dish. It's not a soup, right?
I will jump
it's like
on this
fettuccine
grenade
Alfredo.
and somehow support your thinking there. I
Thank you,
understand.
thank
Okay,
Ramen
even though
noodle soup.
ramen is very clearly a soup, you dum dum.
Broth.
I
No,
understand.
there's too much matter in there. There's
And
like meat and noodles and
matter.
shit. Sometimes I put a whole egg in there. That's a bowl
Ooh,
of fettuccine
yeah.
Alfredo.
2
They have
minutes.
egg drop soup.
Yeah.
It's literally in the name. You can have egg and soup, Dan.
Matter.
drop
Yeah,
soup
but when
also
it's like
up there.
liquefied, that's the thing. It's like I think if you put in like full,
like a
like
stew.
what's the egg
It's not
type where
like
it's like
chunks.
squishy? Like what are the eggs that are like
Poached or
No.
soft boiled.
soft boiled? So if I put like 8 soft boiled eggs into a bowl of liquid, it's not a
Good luck.
soup anymore. It's an egg dish.
Well, the broth
No,
is the thing.
the broth.
It would be
If
a
it's
bad
broth-based,
soup. It would
yeah.
be you boiled eggs and then didn't drain them. Is what it
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah, it's
Like it's the broth that makes it soup, and then you add ingredients to the broth. That's like stews. They're like a thicker soup, and you got big chunks of stuff. Like haven't you had like a? Well, I think
I
we
don't
know
like
the
chunks.
answer. I guess.
I don't trust chunks because I don't know what's in them. So if
Honestly,
there's too much
I'm with
stuff
you
in
on that one. The
something-
texture's hard because then you bite and you're like, what did I just bite into? I get
Yeah.
it. I get it. But
I
like
think
a
si-
stew, it's got potatoes in it,
sure.
lots of stuff.
I think Sith Minded in chat brought up a good point where like you could almost say ramen is just ramen. Like it's
Sure.
clearly
Yeah,
soup
yeah.
based, right? It's obviously soup based, but we could just say it's ramen is ramen. I think that's a fair way to put it. The matter thing
Pho?
though is very funny.
What
to
about
me.
pho? Because there's a bunch
Pho
of like
is soup.
bamboo shoots and
It's soup?
Well, that
There's a lot
one's
of
soup,
matter
but
in there. There's
ramen's
noodles.
ramen.
You're right.
There's a lot
no,
of matter. I think there's a certain
Being
weight.
consistent.
I think if there's
Yeah.
more than like half a pound
Weight?
of matter in a bowl of liquid, it's no longer a soup.
It's
no,
beef noodle soup,
because
though.
stews, they have stews though that I think you
But a
on paper
stew's
would
a
be like,
stew.
that's a fucking soup. No, because if you had a bowl of like a beef stew with like potatoes and beef and carrots and all these chunks of stuff, you'd be like, that is a soup. You eat it with a spoon like you would chicken noodle soup.
That's a
but
bowl
it's
of
got as
dinner.
much
That's
quote
not-
unquote matter. A bowl of dinner, Dan. Soup is what? Oh my god, soup is a food. It's dinner. It could
I know
be
it's
dinner.
food. I've eaten it.
But you can't say it's a bowl of dinner and then say it's not a soup because it's a bowl of dinner.
But it's not liquid enough. There's too much matter. There's too much weight. There's like a half a pound of
Liquid
stuff
is
in there.
matter,
It's not
Dad.
matter.
Everything is matter.
stuff. It's like stuff that you can hold. And so I can't hold soup. If
We
you can
can
hold
all-
it, it isn't soup. That's
You
my
can't
rule.
hold a
If
stew.
you
You
can
cannot
hold
hold
a
a stew.
handful of it,
You cannot
I can
hold a
reach
stew.
I
You
can
cannot
reach into
hold
a
a
bowl of
ramen.
ramen and grab a bunch of shit and pull it out and be like, look at this. This ain't soup. You can't
But all
hold
the
soup.
liquid's coming out. You're not holding the broth though.
You'll
'Cause
get
if I reach
wet.
my hand into a bowl of chicken noodle soup, you don't think I'm gonna have chicken and noodles in my hand? That's what I thought, Dan. The wheels are spinning. He's trying to
see the-
fucking
you
come.
see the
Chicken
smoke?
noodle soup is a
See, Dan.
soup. Chicken noodle soup is soup. I'll give you that.
Cool. Oh,
But you can't
that
get like
means-
a handful, you know?
Oh
like
God.
there's some in there, but it's just like floppy and stuff. You can get a whole fucking giant thing of noodles in your hand. That's too much. That's not soup.
Jan, what's your favorite soup?
I was gonna say bumbleway. It's another Vietnamese soup. I fucks with it because it has blood cubes in it.
I think I've had that before. Yeah, it's like rich. Not my favorite thing, but it was a thing I enjoyed trying once.
You got more?
There's I had a get rich quick scheme, and then like get rich quick, it's very slowly because it turns out running a business is hard. Thought about opening up a soup truck and just calling it a brothel, and we just sell broth.
That's good.
Okay.
Sounds
Good.
great. I love broth. Oh,
Yeah,
cold
it's good.
day, drinking broth. Yum yum.
Would it be like an ice cream truck and you just drive around neighborhoods playing
Exactly.
jingle and selling broth?
Soft
Yeah.
serve
Instead,
broth.
it's like
That'd be
it's like
weird.
slow jazz, and then
Right. I was gonna say it can't be upbeat. Yeah.
it's just like the soup is all on tap.
Ooh.
Why
Nice.
ice cream? Why are ice cream trucks a thing? But like you have to like keep that. That's a whole hassle. You have to keep it super cold. Like why aren't there like hot dog trucks? Where like
There
driving
are.
around like
There are.
They're
What do you
carts.
mean?
None that
There
drive
also are
around.
just like
carts,
they're-
like in New
well, they're
York, there's
food
carts.
trucks. They're
I'm
food
saying,
trucks.
why isn't there a hot dog song that plays out of a truck and I can go, oh, the hot dog man's here, and I go out and I buy a hot dog like I can an ice cream cone?
I think it probably has a lot to do with like demand, whereas children will eat an ice cream cone any time of day, which is where that originated from. Like kids on summer, they're playing in the street, they're gonna eat an ice cream cone. But a bunch of kids maybe don't want to just eat a hot dog on like a hot
Also,
day
put
on any
corrections today.
occasion.
I would
Look,
love to
I
eat a
love
nice
hot
hot dog
dogs.
out of a
Dan,
truck.
come on. You know, you and I would be getting that hot dog. We'd be first in
Yes.
line.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Other kids aren't like us. We're built different.
I'd be jumping in the street, stopping the truck. Yeah.
I
lay
think
in the road.
because there might be more dangerous equipment on a hot dog truck than there would be ice cream, because ice cream
then
you
a
just
peanut
pull
butter
it
and
out.
sandwich truck. Peanut
That
butter
is
sandwich
true.
truck. You
Fair
know?
enough. Fair enough.
I think you're. I
Pay
think
for
you're.
a peanut butter sandwich.
I would.
Yeah, of course, you'd pay for a hamburger that you could easily grill. We get it. I think you also are misappreciating, perhaps, like why the music is there for the ice cream truck. Like if I like they have these things. They started this service where I live, and it's also I think it's in New York too, called Wonder, and it's like a restaurant on wheels, and they cook the food outside of your house and then bring it in there for you, right?
Oh,
If this fucking truck was going around playing a jingle, everyone would be like, "Shut up!" Like you wouldn't want the hot dog truck to make noise. Everyone would be like, "No, shut up! What are you doing?"
Why are ice cream trucks good?
Because they're for kids. They're for little kids who hear that. It's like this iconic.
But it's not like a dog whistle. Like everyone can hear it.
I
Right,
also
but,
think that
it's just different, buddy.
I think
It's
the
just different.
difference is also for a food truck, it's going to be like, I'm going to park here because people are going to come out here for their lunch break. They're going to come out for dinner. People know where to go to get their food. Whereas an ice cream truck, it's a spontaneous spur of the moment. We're getting ice cream. Oh my
Yes.
God. It does not matter the time of day. It does not matter that we just ate. Ice cream truck is here. Whereas although you and I, Dan, would be like, oh my God, the hot dog truck's here. Get out of my fucking way. I need to get a hot dog.
Yeah.
I think most other people would be like, that's a meal we just ate.
And the ice cream truck goes around the neighborhood to get the kids out of the house. Like
But
that's the thing.
And they don't have to cook anything. They scoop or they serve. So it takes 2 seconds to be like, here's your ice cream. I'm moving down the block.
But it's such a fun novelty to like be surprised by something you're about to eat and get it out of a truck. Like I think all food would be as fun if that novelty was involved. Like if there was a steak truck and I heard the steak song, I would go out and get a steak from a truck.
We used to work in Manhattan every day, and they were
But they
all
weren't driving
kinds of food
around
trucks.
playing fun songs.
Oh, no, but they would like
It's
stop.
Manhattan. There aren't ice cream trucks doing that either really that much in Manhattan.
Right. I'm saying I want like a steak truck driving around Connecticut.
Okay. Cool.
Well,
Dan,
be
let's
the,
start
be
it.
the change
any
you want to
food.
see, Dan.
Do it. Do it.
Get your hot dog
Be
truck
like,
going,
look,
and you can see the reason why they don't do that.
You just see Dan be like, okay, I'm going to hire someone to drive me around a truck, and I'm just not going to cook because I'm scared of the gas. I'm just going to be like, here, I'll go and get your Uber for you. God, that's just ridiculous thoughts from a ridiculous person.
Bacalar, what's your favorite soup?
Yeah.
Thank you for asking, Jan. New England clam chowder in a bread bowl.
Hell
That shit's good as hell.
Oh, yes, that's a soup, Dan.
It's too thick.
Can you just shut up? Just shut up. Just shut up.
Wait, no, I love clam chowder. I thought it was a chowder.
God.
Just shut up.
It's a chowder. It's not clam
That's a
soup.
soup.
It's not in the
Okay,
name.
that's soup, and then within
it's
the soup, you
thick.
got chowder, you got stew,
You
Ramen.
put
you got
crackers in it. You put
ramen,
bread in
you
it.
got broth.
I can't believe you like New England clam chowder.
It's
like
delicious.
You
love
like,
clam chowder.
like if you knew what was in there, I feel like you would
Don't
just
tell me.
throw
Don't tell me.
up.
Don't ruin this for me.
Clams. There's clams in it.
I don't really know what those are. I don't know
Yeah,
if they're like.
Turns out there's clams in clam chowder.
I
You
just
don't know what
picture
a
clams.
clam is, Dan?
My understanding is a clam is maybe alive and it's a shell. No, the shell part isn't alive. It's like a turtle shell. And then there's some gooey stuff in the middle.
All
And
right,
a clam
I'll
might be the
accept
gooey
that.
stuff in the middle.
I
Is
mean,
that right?
I will say, I think turtles actually are, their shell is a part of them. They don't
Oh.
like
Yeah.
find their shell.
They can't
and I think
leave
that the like clam does make the shell versus like a
Could
hermit
be. I
crab,
don't
which
know.
finds the shell and crawls into it, but that's kind of whatever.
What's the difference between a clam and an oyster?
Different animals.
They're both
yeah.
Same
mollusks,
general-
but
Yeah,
it's from the
oysters are a
same
lot
like
snottier.
family of animals. I think I don't like genus or species or whatever.
Mollusks?
It's like they're all like mollusks, but
So-
they're
so they're like
different.
buddies.
They're different species, I guess.
Are they
Okay.
not
Kind of,
shellfish? No, they're not.
No, clam chowder's awesome. I love it.
I think it is shellfish. I only know this because of like the kosher
know
thing.
enough.
I feel like
Are-
kosher people can't have clams. There's no way.
Are mollusks not shellfish?
They're definitely shellfish. Definitely. New England clam chowder in a bread bowl, preferably at a ski place because that's the best place to rock that. French onion soup with that Gruyere melted all over the bowl that only French onion soup's allowed to go in. We know that bowl. There's a brown bowl that only that soup's
Oh yeah,
allowed
that's
to be.
like got weird burnt shit all over the side.
Yeah, and the true goat matzo ball soup.
I've had that.
God, Dan, you've probably had so many soups.
And now that I think about it, I think I have had more soups than I know.
Yes.
Yes, it turns out. Yes.
But they're good. Shit.
Yeah, I
More
love
soup.
soups. I will say I like a good like thick, opaque broth. I don't love a thin, clear broth. I want
Okay.
I want like something hearty.
Sure.
I'll eat it. It's fine, but I want it to
respect
be
that.
like real rich.
Well, we sure did spend a lot of time on that. Thanks, Dan. We're gonna have.
We're all here. It's not just me.
No, I know. Okay, we've only got a few minutes left. Let's. Well, it turns out it's your turn as well. So why don't you choose the next voicemail, buddy boy?
All right, let's go with. That's water, right?
Hey, Jumpers, got a couple of questions for you about soda water, club soda, seltzer, whatever you want to call it, except for that dangerous fruit shit that Bacalar drinks. I'm talking about that. Do I have to pay for club soda at a restaurant, or can I just say I want a water, and then I hit the little button under the soda, hit the free club soda, right? I'm not supposed to be paying for that, right? That's water, right? And then second question, I've had people tell me soda water is dehydrating. The gas makes it not as hydrating as water. It's just water, right? All right, hang up and listen. Love you guys.
No, it's spicy water.
Yeah. Also, I just got a soda stream. It's not just water. You pump shit into it.
Yeah, it's
and like jack up your teeth. It makes it more acidic. It adds stuff.
It does.
Soda water the same
changes
as seltzer?
It changes it, and you have to pay to refill the bubbles. Not that I'm like, you should be paying for your seltzer. I do think it should kind of be free. It's sort of the restaurant charge if you're eating food, but there is a reason why it costs money. There's a real boring answer.
It's not like, can I get a water at a
tap.
restaurant?
Yeah.
It's not tap. It's a product more than water. So yeah, I would imagine no place like just gives you free seltzer.
Is tonic water different than seltzer? Because I think tonic water has like calories and stuff, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Tonic water is different.
Okay.
Yeah, there's also it's like bitter, right?
Yeah.
It's got more of a flavor, doesn't it?
Yes.
I don't like it.
So I mean, but it is I mean, the hydration part is what I mean, obviously it's water. It's going to hydrate you. Maybe
not all water. You can't drink. Seawater doesn't hydrate you.
Well, it's because there's salt. I do think some seltzer has sodium in it, but I do think overall seltzer is hydrating.
It's got to be.
I am not a seltzer expert.
Is it as much? I don't know, but I mean, I would imagine.
I'm sure that some are probably like, the bubbles, whatever, dehydrate you, but I don't know if it's true.
Huh. Okay. Well, that was an uncomfortable discussion about water.
When a doctor tells you to like drink a bunch of fluids, like I know it's not as healthy, but soda is a fluid, right? So is it accomplishing the same?
But your doctor is never telling you to drink soda.
Of course not. But like, does that satisfy the fluid request?
I think no. I think what? Technically, are you going to say technically? I want to hear what you're going to say.
A more nuanced answer, which is that like I think that for a while they were like the caffeine negates the hydration, and then later they kind of walked it back and were like, okay, it's not actually that bad. It does hydrate you, but there's so much bad shit that it outweighs it. And this is coming from someone who drinks a lot of soda. I have no soda judgments. What I will say is when I started incorporating water into my diet, Dan, I did start feeling pretty good.
Water,
I really like water.
I'm saying like
I
under the law, if a doctor says fluid, it's like wild turkey 101. That's a fluid. Like
it's better than nothing, I think.
Obviously, the doctor's not like go home and finish off a 30 rack, and you'll be that's all.
It is a fluid. You could go in there and say legally, I drank a bunch of fluids. I followed your instructions.
Your Honor, I drank kerosene. He said fluids.
You could eat a bunch of soup. That's a liquid too.
That is a liquid.
Some.
I think it's fine. I love soda. I think there's no quote unquote bad foods, and I think if you're having fun and you're taking care of yourself.
There's no bad foods.
That means exactly that. I don't think that there are foods that you should feel ashamed about. I think that some foods offer different things, more nutrients, whatever. But there's a lot of food shame out there. Bacalar.
Look, I think regular.
It sucks. This food sucks.
Look, as someone who used to drink a shit ton of soda up until college, right? Like so much soda.
I love soda.
Soda's terrible. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible for you. There's no other way around it.
Well,
zero sugar.
I'll say this.
I mean, that's a close second.
I drink a soda with a lot of my afternoon meals and evening meals, and I have had full workup on all my organs, and they are A++, really good.
Because you're 21.
I just turned 30. I'm in a new decade.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Yeah.
That's not what decades are, I don't think.
Wow, you aged 9 years in one podcast. That's amazing.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, seriously, happy birthday. All right, we got a few minutes left before I got to pick up this puke machine. Jan,
Oh, no.
it is your turn.
Oh shoot.
Jan.
Fuck.
Whoa.
Oh,
Oh my God, so much cursing.
Oh,
When you see Jan, you don't think he's gonna curse, but he curses.
Yeah, cuss. Do.
Oh, you bastard.
It's going to be a piss thing.
Hurry, Jerf is waiting there for you. I bless the piss down in Dumptruckia. I bless the piss down in Dumptruckia. I bless the piss. I bless the piss.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you so much, caller. It's the first time I've heard that song since the incident. Man, that was real good. Just catching you up, Abby. I was at a place that was like playing Toto's Africa over and over and over again on purpose to fuck with everybody.
Oh, why do people do that? Let people have a nice time.
Nope,
I was a dick about
it.
that. Believe it or
Couldn't
not,
do
in
it.
college, I would just go to the jukebox and play.
I
November
believe it,
Rain,
Dan.
like 5 times in a row.
Oh,
and it was a
okay.
10-minute long song.
I'll take least surprising shit for 400, Alex.
There is a bar near me that I love. It's just this like dive bar I really like, and it has like a jukebox that it's like a digital jukebox. But if people don't pay for it, nobody hears music. It's just silent, and I think that's incredible.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's
all
gotta
right.
go into like an auto thing. You got to play music.
No. It's nothing. You got to pay to not sit in silence on your date.
Okay. Well, thank you, caller. Thank you, Dan, for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's get through everyone one last time. I'll do one. What should we do here? Jan, I feel you know these, right? Like, what's a good one? Pick one for me here. What's a good one?
I like Nice Old Man or Squid Are Sentient 1 and 2.
All right, let's do Nice Old Man.
Hey, Dumpers, it's Travis from Florida, formerly from Philly, and me and my girl are just taking a walk down here in beautiful Deltona, Florida, and there's a yard sale, and there's this nice old man, and he's got Pokemon cards, and he's selling them for $5 a pack, which seems a little expensive to me. Jan and Barbara Jan, is that a good deal? Say goodnight.
I love
the most chaotic walk.
He's the best. He's the best.
It's not that same guy. It's a different guy.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God, there's such similar voices, similar delivery.
It's not a good deal, but if you want to support a nice old man, sure.
$5 ain't bad. That's what cards go for. That's what a pack goes for, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. Where'd this old man get these cards? Is he repacking these cards? Are these...
Yeah, is he weighing them?
Yeah, exactly. What's this old man up to? Why is he out on the street selling cards?
Shit.
You can sell cards out of a truck.
Yeah. A card truck.
That's a lot
Dan
of
should
stuff out
do
of a
that.
truck, Dan.
You sell most things out of a truck. Yeah.
Turns out.
Remember when there was a truck driving around New York selling switches?
No.
No, it was NES Classics. It was
Oh, it
NES
was like
Classics.
weird Amazon.
That was the Amazon
That was like
thing.
such
Treasure
a weird
truck thing.
time.
Yeah.
I forgot about those.
Chasing trucks all over fucking New York. Yeah.
Forgot
Remember
about
that.
those.
Remember that.
Wow, it takes me back.
Huh.
I hope this caller called in front of this nice old man.
Sounded like
Yeah. That probably was not weird at all. All right. I went to chat for the next one. Let me see here. Let me scroll down. Papa Tree already went. We'll go to the next person. Chief Keef. JS Smooth Jazz.
This
Keef.
isn't as fun of a fun one to end on, but okay.
All right, then we'll have to do another one.
Crew, this is Anonymous from a place. Your guys' story about putting music on loop is making me feel real guilty because for the last 2 years, the lobby music where I work has been stuck on Chief Keef's don't like, thanks to me trying to fix the music machine and screwing it up. And it's one of those proprietary systems. So we work in a really family-friendly, we'll say, religious-themed place. And, we just leave the lobby music off because it's broke. So, yeah. And Chief Keef's Don't Like is still a banger. Thanks, love the show.
It indeed is.
It indeed is. All right, I don't want to end there either. Do you have one you want to play, Jan, that you think we should do before we get out of here?
We could do a twofer of Squid or Sentient.
Okay.
Hey, bombers. Mussels and clams are some of the most overrated shellfish you can have. Like Emily smartly said last week, if it's a flavor bomb, you got to work for it. Yeah, that doesn't explain why you're digging into an open-up shell for a little piece of seafood meat that has no flavor of its own. If it's dancing around with whatever else we got going on, I guess it can be okay. But listen, if it's a seafood pasta sauce, I'm going to go for the shrimp first. I'm going to go for the scallions first. I'm going to go for the squid first, even though I'm pretty sure squid are sentient. But, if it's already in the pot, what are you going to do? I'm just saying, fuck mussels and fuck clams. I like a baked clam. Those are all right. But seriously, man.
Okay, and then part two, real quick.
Hey, it's shellfish guy again.
parts.
Look, my entire basis for calling squid sentient was that they passed the mirror test. That said, I'm at least half Italian. I'll eat a fried calamari appetizer. Put some lemon on there. Give me some tartar sauce. I'm a happy guy. All right. I don't care if whatever you eat what you like. Eat what you like. That's where I'm at.
Eat what you like, except soda.
The mirror test
really
is
got so
gorillas.
resigned in the second call.
No, it's
Yeah, he changed.
gorillas,
Like
elephants,
something
and
happened.
dolphins.
Yeah.
Something terrible happened between call 1 and call 2.
I'm sorry.
It changed
Oh, my wife left again.
the trajectory of this caller
Let's stop
forever.
talking about shellfish.
That's
It's already in the soup. I don't know why I cared.
Wait, so he said what test? The mirror test?
The mirror test. It's
Mirror test.
denotes sentience, and it's like, so gorillas. If you paint like a green dot on a gorilla, and he looks in a mirror, and he can look down and be like, no, what the fuck? Oh, that's me. Shit. Like it's like what I was talking about with this dum dum here, Gizmo. Like not like he's a dumbass, so like he doesn't know it's him when he can see himself. He's looking at his image right now, has no idea what the fuck that dog is. But a gorilla would be like, oh wait, that's me. That's fucking me. And a dolphin would, an elephant would be like, shit, that's me. So
an elephant would be like, shit.
Yeah,
that's me.
Like,
Who put paint on me?
Yeah,
again.
But no, how do we know that a clam responds to the mirror test?
No, it's
I don't believe it. I think there's just three.
Squid. Yeah, I believe the squid thing. That makes sense.
I think there's just three. I don't believe it.
I disagree with the mussels. I think mussels taste really good.
Yeah,
and
great. Texture also counts for a lot.
Yeah,
especially in like a pasta.
And mussels open up when you cook them.
Yeah,
what's
it's
the problem?
Fun. I will say I don't like oysters. I don't like the idea of eating something that's still alive. If it's fried up, I'm here for it. But if you're like slurping out of the thing, I want it to be dead first. No,
are they? Oh, I don't think they're always alive.
They are. No, they are. If they aren't, then you're eating bad oysters.
They also never taste good. Like
they do fried up. I mean, they're
Yeah,
like
I
fine,
like
but it is.
fried.
I will say that is like you get the whatever
It's
sauce.
easy. The tartar? Is that what it is?
I've never enjoyed it.
Cocktail, right?
I
Like
am
the red chip
DTS with oysters, y'all. I am down to shuck.
Oh, slurp.
Yeah.
Oh, shuck. Yeah. Okay.
All
Sorry.
of the above.
I'm not a huge oyster guy. I don't like I think the snotty consistency is just a thing I can't really get over. Yeah. I agree with the caller about clams though. I think clams are a bit overrated with the effort and like the whole thing. But yeah, fried calamari is really good though.
Delicious. This guy Octopus is delicious.
It's like calamari is squid, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like fried
half an
calamari
octopus.
fried. But...
I gave like half an octopus to a homeless guy in Santa Monica once.
That was
God damn.
an interesting decision.
What,
I would never, because
why
a lot of times
what
I don't
happened?
finish. A lot of times I don't finish my meals at restaurants.
Okay.
And I always ask if I'm,
Right,
if I'm
yeah.
traveling and I can't cook it. It's like, okay, give me a bag and I'll give it to a homeless person.
This was a
I'm
meal.
sure
I thought it was
it's
just
up
weird. Yeah.
half of
They
a
opened it up
octopus.
and was like, well, excuse me.
Those
No,
weird
I was like,
setups,
do you
yeah.
want this? It's
Hey.
some dinner. It's from this nice seafood place. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're forgiven. Well, that's one way to dump. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the voicemail dump truck. Abby, Noel, Russell, what a damn pleasure. Such a blast having you. I can't believe we've never had you here on the show before. I hope you come back again. Where can people find you?
I would love to come back. Hopefully they can find me back on this show. Heyo. But I am on Twitch. You can see me at twitch.tv/YBBAAABBY. Same handle for Twitter. Same for Instagram.
Rolls
the
off the tongue.
website.
Yeah, Babby.
AbbyFromBrooklyn.com. Yeah. Please don't make me say it again.
You're committed.
Oh,
That's
God.
it. You're in it for the long haul.
Yeah. Yeah.
The brand is strong.
It is strong. Thank you seriously so much. A pleasure getting to see you as often as we have been lately.
Yeah, I agree.
It's been great. 707 exit flu. That's the phone number, folks. Lot to respond in this show. A lot for you to talk about. I don't know how we're going to top it, but we'll try and do it next Thursday. Make sure you tell your friends about the show, because that's what I did this weekend, folks. I was like, someone was asking me, oh, you do podcasts? I said, yeah. I said, well, there's one that you probably won't understand anything on because it's just about video games. But the other one, anyone can get into. It's called the Voicemail Dump Truck. I got a text this morning and they said they love it. Okay.
Right.
So if that happened to me, it can happen to you. Tell your friends about Voicemail Dump Truck.
It's like a Ponzi scheme, but you just got to listen.
Exactly. We will send you the $5 in the mail. That's how it's going to work. Okay. Dumps forever. I love it. We'll see you next time on the show. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Abby. Until next time.
Jeff.
Bye-bye.